With all the success you've achieved, how easy or how hard was this decision?
No, it was very easy. Obviously, wanted to return. I've had 10 years with the Wildcats now and wanted to continue playing on. So to be able to agree to it, in particular this week, we've got our season MVP ball tomorrow night, and after that, guys start flying out. So knowing, that I'm on board again for at least one more year, I get to enjoy tomorrow night, not worry about contracts or the future, and have a great time, albeit embarrassing myself on stage trying to dance.
It is only the year, so do you think it'll be a rolling ball sort of next season as to whether we might see beyond that?
Yeah, definitely. I have no idea what I want to do beyond next season. The reality is I still love the game. If I can play my role within the team and contribute to some wins, then I could see myself playing on. But at the end of the day, I can't control my body in some ways, and I have been prone to injuries in the past, and I'm probably only one more injury away from having to call it a day. But in saying that, the love's still there, and winning a championship this year reminded me of how much I enjoy the game and that drive to try and win a sixth one.
Is that number 10 though, like 10 championships, that kind of a nice double-digit number to be aiming towards? Perhaps be part of the 10th one would be amazing.
Oh, I thought you were about me winning 10. I was like, I can guarantee I won't be around that long.
Whoa.
Yeah, it would be really nice. Obviously, to have won a few of them alongside Jesse, to be a part of a 10th championship. It is the drive to win one. Funnily enough, I didn't even realise it would be number 10. But now that you've said that, that'd be fitting to go out that way.
And what about you, Jesse? Each time a contract presents itself, you obviously have to think about what you're going to do, but you've re-signed 2 seasons, you must be thrilled.
Yeah, I'll just copy what Damian says. No. Obviously, it's great to sign. Obviously, spent my whole career in Perth, and my wife and the kids, and we all love it here. To sort of put pen to paper, it's awesome.
Looking at you guys, 10 years as teammates, basically. How does it feel to be here together to re-sign?
A lot more grey hairs, a few more scars, and one of us has both of those. Yeah, it's funny. We actually were living together when we first moved to Perth. I'd had 2 years prior in Sydney. Jesse had just graduated from Metro State in Denver, and they put us together in Scarborough at a hotel. So it's funny that all these years later, we're still teammates and have had some success on the court, but then mateship off the court. So we live about 500 metres from each other. Our 2 daughters are similar ages, and hopefully they grow up together here in Perth.
Now that you're locked in, Damo, do you get to sort of help Trevor decide? I mean, filling the gap that Angus Brandt leaves, do you think you're going to go on a recruiting drive and help him to get another big into the squad?
Yeah, I'll give my opinion. Whether or not he listens is another thing, but I assume since Trev's not here, he's off trying to get the signatures of Sunday, Clint, Tommy, Tarico, those guys that haven't re-signed yet. But I'd love it if the team is as similar as possible. Obviously, Greg's already announced he's retired. Angus has said he's going to pursue European options. So outside of those 2 guys, we'll have at least 2 fresh faces, but I'd love to see the other guys returning.
There's a lot of talk about the family sort of vibe that goes on here at the Wildcats. What has that been like for you guys over your career?
Oh, it's been amazing. As Damo said, we got here 10 years ago at the same time, and and Greg obviously is left obviously now, but we both got 2 kids. Greg had 2 kids. There's been some stability there, and you kind of grow up together, and it really is one big family.
Going on, I guess, chasing a 6th, is it 6 for both of you guys? The next season, how does that go, I guess, 2 mates arriving here together and chasing a 6th championship?
Well, funnily enough, after each one we've won, we've done the number 1 on our first 2 after we won the 2nd, 3rd, so on and so forth, and they've actually become my favourite photos. No, the trophy looks really good in them. But yeah, it is nice to be able to share that alongside a guy that's become one of my best mates now. So yeah, to get number 6 would be really nice, and whether it is my last season or not, it's always special to stand up there and win a championship. But to do it alongside the same guy for a number of years now is the icing on the cake, I guess.
Knowing that, I guess it is sort of coming to the end of your career, whether it's the end of next year or the year after, does that put a little bit, not pressure, but a bit more excitement for you to play your best and heading into the next season?
Yeah, the older I get, the more I appreciate the game and what it's given to me. So, I don't think I could love it any more going into next year if it is my last season, but I'll probably appreciate some of the other things to it if it's going to be my last of a few of the road trips, or knowing that there's a limited amount of trainings left and games left, then I'll probably appreciate those moments a little bit more than I have in the past. But as far as a day-to-day basis goes, I love the game. It's the mateship what keeps you motivated, keeps you going, and the overall goal of trying to win a championship. So, yeah, I'm excited for next season. You know, there's always a good chance it could be my last one, but the longer the season goes, the more I'll know whether it's going to be that or not.
Is it a goal of yours, Damo, to remain the captain of the team for as long as you're in it?
Yeah, I enjoy the role. Each season we get together as a playing unit, and every player votes on who they want to be their leader. You know, we saw the progression. You know, Reece has been around a while. Mitch and Nick were brought into the group. They're natural leaders. I could see those guys being captains of the club in the future between the three of them. You know, Jesse's been a vice captain for a number of years. Greg High has been a vice captain for a number of years. One's retired, we're getting really old, so it's nice to see these younger guys coming through and holding up that leadership mantle. So whether it's myself and Jesse as the captains or some of the younger guys, you know, I'd love to be the captain, but we have to step aside at some point and let these guys come through.
What are you hoping to get in I guess, the fresh players coming into the Wildcats side?
If you could, you know, use Nick and Mitch as an example of what we'd love to see for every player we bring into the organisation, it's perfect. You know, they're highly skilled, highly motivated, high basketball IQs and really good teammates. So when we brought those guys in last off-season, you could tell straight away we've got two keepers, and I dare say the club will build around those guys and someone like a Reece Vague, who I mentioned. And then the return of Tommy Jervis, who's a popular guy. He makes training fun. He makes being around the group fun, even if you're going through some losses or even if you're on the road. So you've got to have that chemistry. I've said in the past, I've been a part of 5 championships now, and I think only once we were the best team on paper. So it's all those intangibles that go a long way to success, and it starts with guys like, you know, Nick and Mitch or Jesse and Greg, whoever it may have been.
Now that you both put pen to paper, what are the plans for the off-season for each of you?
Well, bit of time off to start off with. My wife's from the States, so I dare say we'll probably head back for 4 weeks to see the in-laws or something like that. But for me, it's a bit of time off right now, and then get stuck into it pretty soon, I think.
I've got a second job, so I'm straight into that already. So now it'll be basketball at the start of the day, and then I'll duck across and try and sell some houses. Anyone looking to buy, sell, invest? Nope.
Jesse, what's the motivation after 10 years of so much success? How do you approach a new season? Is it just the same thing again? Is it just all about winning or the team environment?
Yeah, pretty much. I think as long as you enjoy it, Damian spoke about the mateship, and I for one, I'm enjoying it, and I'm still loving the game, and you still enjoy that mateship and coming to work every day, and you get to hang around your mates and try to put a ball in the hole. So it's a pretty special life that we lead, and we're lucky enough to do it. And to top that off with a few championships it's a dream come true, really.